Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Afghan Cooks. I'm Miriam. I'm the Afghan. I'm the Afghan who cooks, and we have a little dinner time action going on here, but what are we making? Beef stew. It's fall. It's time for warm, comforting foods, things that remind you of home, things that make you feel good and joyful. And this is what we're making today. So this dish is super easy. We're gonna make it in our Instant Pot. You come home from work, it's 5:30, you want dinner on the table in an hour, but you want something that is warm and hearty and reminds you of Afghanistan and your mama. Okay, what we need, of course, is beef. Now this is boneless roast. I think it's like a chuck roast. Very inexpensive piece of meat. It came in one big inexpensive cut. I cut it. I cut some of the tougher parts off and some of the fat. That's up to you. Cut it into chunks that you want to use. I actually cut it when it's still a little bit frozen. It's a little bit easier to chop up that way. One medium-sized onion, finely chopped, garlic, and here are our spices, and what I have here is a bouillon cube. That's a beef flavored bouillon cube. It's halal. Something that is always so controversial in stews. I'm not going to call it a ghorma so people won't get mad, but it is, we would call it ghorma because it has lehab. Anything that has lehab, a gravy, we just say it's, you know, the pusa ghorma, the waye ghorma, the chad ghorma. Sorry, I understand that there's specific terminology and a specific methodology for cooking a ghorma, but in my house, maybe we just didn't know any better. Potatoes. And I have here almost as many potatoes as I have meat because my kids love potatoes in lehab. So potatoes and gravy is the thing for them. The first thing we're gonna do is add our oil to our Instant Pot. We have it set on saute. Add our onions. As soon as I get everything ready, I turn on my Instant Pot so that it's already hot by the time I'm ready to cook. And if you guys can tell, it's a little bit hard for me to look in here. I might need a step stool. So I don't think I added 2 tablespoons of oil. I think it was a little less. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the 2 tablespoons in there now. Sorry. And so now we have 4 cloves of garlic that we chopped up. And we're gonna let that cook for about 30 seconds. Okay, now for spices, I have cumin, coriander, turmeric, black pepper, and salt. And of course, all measurements will be in the recipe. And now we're gonna add our meat, okay? I'm just gonna add all of this just directly into, we're gonna stir the meat so that it's covered with all of the spices and the onion and the garlic. Of course, we all like to think, okay, if we make everything from scratch, it's gonna be healthier, it's gonna taste better, etc., etc. But there are times where you need to feed yourself, you need to feed your family, and you need to do it quick, but you don't want it to taste like you didn't spend a lot of time on it. And there are some convenience items that are super helpful for this, and let me introduce you to bouillon. Okay, these are all bouillon cubes that I've picked up in my travels. Of course, we have the very, let me go to the bottom of this, traditional, the Maggi, I think it's called Maggi, chicken bouillon cubes. I have some that are actually ghee flavored, there's beef flavored, there's lamb flavored. I have some that are garlic flavored, and this is Saison, which is amazing. It's cilantro and tomato flavored. I mean, so it's got everything you need right in it. I also have some that are fish flavored. So this particular dish that we're making tonight, it doesn't have any bone in it. And we now know, right, if you've watched these videos, you know bone is where flavor comes from, bone and fat, right? So the bone, the marrow, all of that adds to the flavor. The fat kind of carries the flavor. Something that is lean, something that has no bone, and something that you want to cook quickly, you need help, okay? परवाह न किए the shan इस्तेमाल का दागद पाना जोर सिविजे, right? This is what this is made for. Now there is such an amazing variety of halal bouillon cubes. A lot of them contain MSG, which is the ultimate for giving you flavor. Do not talk about MSG being unhealthy because I'm going to call you a racist. Sorry, but true. There's lots out there on Google, etc., about how MSG does not cause any allergic reactions and it just makes your food taste better. Use a bouillon cube when you are making something that doesn't have any bone, chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So let's check on our meat. Add our potatoes. And the reason why I add the potatoes now instead of later is because I don't want to open it, let the steam come out of it, reduce the pressure, and then have to bring it back up to pressure again. So this is one-stop shopping. You want to be careful with the addition of salt to this. I just have 1 teaspoon of salt that I added because the bouillon also has salt. We have some hot water that we're gonna add into here and our beef flavored bouillon cube. If you have chicken, if you have the Saute, which is just vegetarian, whatever you have. Okay, so all of that preparation took, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? And then I'm gonna put it on meat stew, which is 30 minutes. And we'll see you back here then. You can see how it just comes right apart. Look at it, falls right apart. So tender. Same with the potatoes. If you like this video, as I pour myself some in here, just to give it a little taste, to make sure it tastes okay. If you like this video, please like it. Trust me, it may not seem like a big deal, but the algorithm loves it when you like us. Hit the bell notification so you'll know every time we have a new video. And subscribe. You're already here. You came to look this video up. You found it. Leave a comment. Until next time.